Hello students, today we'll discuss about molding sand. The topic covers manufacturing process, fourth semester. First of all, defining the molding sand. Molding sand are the most commonly used for making all types of molds irrespective of whether they are used for producing casting of ferrous or non-ferrous metal. Molding sand is most sand casting operations are used silica sand. That sand used to manufacture a mold for casting process is held by mixture of water and clay. And that mixing of water and clay have a percentage of the mixture by volume could be 89% of sand, 4% of water and 7% of clay. Basic characteristics of the molding sands. Here are the first of all, molding sands are refractory in nature and can withstand temperature of metal being poured without fusing. The molding sand do not chemically react with molten metal. The sand have high degree of permeability and thus allow gases formed during pouring to escape. This strength, permeability, and hardness of the sand mix can be varied by changing the structure of the sand. These are basic characteristics or the properties of the molding sand for completing the casting process. The basic types of molding sands here are the first one, the green sand. Green sand, that is sand used in the wet condition for making the mold. It is mixture of silica sand with 15 to 25% clay and 6 to 8% water. As explained earlier, green sand molds are not dried and metal is poured in them in the wet condition. Being damp, the sand can be easily worked with hand to give it any desired shape. This sand is used for producing small to medium sized molds which are not very complex. Here is a picture of green sand like this. The second one sand is dry sand. Dry sand is the green sand that has been dried or baked after preparing the mold. Drying sand gives strength to the mold so that it can be used for larger castings. The sand colors as per this figure in this slide. We can see dry sand. Third one, loam sand. Loam sand is the sand containing up to 50% clay which has been worked to the consistency of builder mortar. This sand is used for loam sand molds for making very heavy castings, usually with the help of sweeps and skeleton patterns. That figure of loam sand here. Fourth one, parting sand. This sand is used during making of the mold to ensure that green sand does not stick to the pattern and the cob and rag parts can be easily separated for removing the pattern without causing any damage to the mold. Parting sand consists of fine-grained clay free-dried silica sand, sea sand or burnt sand with some parting compounds. The parting compounds used include charcoal, ground bone and limestone, groundnut shells, talc and calcium phosphate, etc. Here is picture of parting sand. We can see the white powder type, that is the parting sand. Fifth one, facing sand. Facing sand. Facing sand is the sand which covers the pattern all around it. The remaining box is filled with ordinary floor sand. Facing sand forms the face of the mold and comes in direct contact with the molten metal when it is poured. These sand have high strength and refractoriness are required for this sand. It is made of silica sand and clay without the addition of any used sand. That composition have the graphite, molasses, etc. may be added to the facing sand. Thickness of the sand layer varies from 20 to 30 millimeter. Here is a picture of the facing sand like this figure. The sixth one, the backing sand. The backing sand is the bulk of the sand used to back up the facing sand and to fill up the volume of the flask. It consists mainly of old, repeatedly used molding sand, which is generally black in color due to addition of coal, dust, and burning on contact with hot metal. Because of the color, backing sand is also sometimes called black sand. The main purpose of the use of backing sand is to reduce the cost of molding in the casting process. Here is the picture of backing sand you can see in this slide. The seventh one, system sand. This is the sand used in mechanized foundries for filling the entire flask. No separate facing sand is used in a mechanized foundry. This sand, cleaned and reactivated by the addition of water and binders, is used to fill the flask. Because of the absence of any fresh sand system, sand must have more strength, permeability, and refractoriness compared to backing sand. Here is the picture of the system sand like this slide. The eighth one, the core sand. Core sand is the sand used for making cores. This is silica sand mixed with core oil. That is why it is also called oil sand. The core sand we can see in this picture is clearly, and the core oil consists of linseed oil, resin, light minerals oil with some binders. For larger cores, sometimes pitch or flour and water may also be used to save on the cost. Students, these are old types of molding sands here have discussed and learn about various types of molding sands here. Thank you.